Hello and welcome to our short information session about apprenticeship mythbusting. Some of the top common apprenticeship questions that you might have when you're looking at the next steps in your learning, whether you're considering an A-level, a C-level or an apprenticeship. Some of the things that you might need to consider when you're making those decisions. My name's Hayley. I'm from the apprenticeship team at Petroc.
Hi everyone, my name's Ben and I'm also in the apprenticeship team at Petroc.
And we're here to just go through some of these top questions with you, just to help you make those decisions and sort of answer some of those common misconceptions.
Okay, so the first question, Hayley, are apprenticeships just for school leavers?
Not at all. So while apprenticeships are a really popular route for our year 11s, our school leavers, there's actually no upper age limit for apprenticeship training. We have apprentices at Petroc ranging from 16 to 50 plus currently completing the apprenticeship programs, and anyone aged 16 can actually over 16 can apply and enroll onto an apprenticeship at any time. So it's a really good route if you're looking to retrain, if you're looking to change into a different sector, if you're just looking to do something different with your life. It's actually a really, really good kind of avenue to look into retraining and gaining a qualification whilst you're earning a wage. So our next question, are apprentices paid a salary?
Yes, is the answer, Hayley. So all apprentices are paid a wage to go to work, but also to come into college and do their study time. So it's one of the big benefits of being an apprentice is you get paid to achieve a qualification. So while your friends might come to do A-levels or a vocational qualification, you may choose to do an apprenticeship. You'll be getting paid a salary to do that. The common question you're probably going to ask is, well, how much do I get paid? And the answer is, it really depends on your age, but also the employer. So there is a national apprenticeship minimum wage, which at the moment is £4.30, but that goes up to £4.81 per hour in April. However, most employers do actually decide to pay apprentices slightly more than the national apprenticeship minimum wage. So it's always worth looking for the employers who are going to offer a little bit more, or they're going to offer the benefit of the skills and training that you really do need. So yes, you're paid, and it's a really good way to kind of earn a salary and learn. So the next question, Hayley, will an apprenticeship cost a lot of money?
Not at all. So the apprenticeship is actually fully funded by the government and the employer. So the employer is able to access any kind of incentives, any government funding in order to be able to pay for your training. So just as you would with an A-level or a T-level qualification, it's at absolutely no cost to you. And often the employer will be able to access any kind of additional funding in order to be able to support you through your learning process. So, you know, you're learning and earning, and obviously the qualification is at no cost to you. And that also applies to a lot of our higher education qualifications. So when you're looking at your level 4, 5, 6s and 7 master's degrees, you know, often that's paid for by the employer and kind of government funding, which is awesome. So Ben, our next question, can you do an apprenticeship and work full time?
Okay, so when you're doing an apprenticeship, you will be working full time for that employer. So you'll be getting paid, as we said, to come into college. And all of that time you spend with the employer is learning on the job. So you'll be getting paid for that, but you'll also be in full time work. So you'll be getting paid and you won't necessarily need or want to go out and then get another job. So yes. And the next question, Hayley, is what areas can you do an apprenticeship in?
So there's a huge breadth of apprenticeship training across all of the sectors of the workforce. For example, you've got finance, you've got IT, business admin, customer service and management, and healthcare and engineering, motor vehicle. That's just some of the few areas that you can actually do an apprenticeship in. So new apprenticeship standards are being included all of the time. They're in development. And at Petroc, we really try and offer the best available range of standards for all of you to be able to access, regardless of kind of what background you're from. You can access any of those kind of standards at all times. And it really depends on what kind of career path you're looking to go into. So it's really worth looking at the right course for you and what your future plans are. So coming up to our next question, what progression or career opportunities does an apprenticeship offer?
So apprenticeships are available in a range of courses, which Hayley, you've just touched upon, but also a range of levels. So most people always think of apprenticeships as your typical construction or motor vehicle, but it's just not the case anymore. There are apprenticeships in all kinds of subjects, all kinds of levels. So you can actually do a master's on an apprenticeship. So if you're looking to go to university, do a degree and then get your master's, you can find employers who will offer you that opportunity. So it's always worth looking at the options. So you might choose to do A-levels next year, and there's still an option then for you going to do a degree to go on to an apprenticeship. So never discount apprenticeships as just maybe going into the trades or motor vehicle, the hands-on subjects. There are also the things such as HR, finance, engineering you could also look at. So always worth bearing in mind speaking to somebody at the Advice and Guidance Centre here at Petroc to see if there's an opportunity for an apprenticeship for you. So you're getting paid and it's also fully funded. The next question we've got is, do employers value apprenticeships?
100%. Our employers really value apprenticeships and their apprentices. We're just about to celebrate our apprentices and our employers, some of our real outstanding students during this week of the National Apprenticeship Week. And most employers are looking to kind of recruit staff that into an apprenticeship role, and they give a fresh perspective to their business, people that may have different experiences and different skills to what their current workforce have. And those qualified employees with skilled work experience alongside on the job training are really seen as an asset to the growth and development of the business. They boost productivity, they add diversity, and employers have been quoted as saying that former apprentices are 15% more employable than those with other qualifications. So that really gives you a genuine opportunity to a stepping stone to a bright future. So coming on to, what contribution do apprenticeships make to a business, and what level apprenticeships are available as part of that contribution?
So I think you touched upon kind of the contribution bit there, Hayley, with what you said earlier. They make a huge contribution to any business. They are employed because the role is there and there is an opportunity and a need for the skill to come in. Obviously, the whole idea about an apprenticeship is you're going to be upskilled and learn on the job. However, the employers all have a need to bring somebody like yourself into the business to fill that gap, essentially. So while you're learning, yes, you may not be able to bring everything to the role. However, once you're achieving your qualifications, you have that knowledge, you're going to be of massive value to that business, and hopefully have a long career with them.
And what kind of can you do through your apprenticeship then?
Say that again, Hayley.
So what level apprenticeships can you do throughout your sort of life within an apprenticeship?
So, yeah, as we said earlier, Hayley, you can go from anything from level 2, which is your GCSE level equivalent, all the way up to level 7, which is your master's. So if you're looking to, start with a business in maybe, say, business admin or finance, you can go all the way up through your qualification to completing a degree and getting your master's. So there really is no end to the journey as far as education and apprenticeships are concerned, which is why there's such a valuable opportunity for all of you guys now looking at your future after year 11 and what you want to do. Okay, so another question that we've got come in, who would suit doing an apprenticeship?
Okay, so some people they learn better when they're doing. They're more hands-on, they're more practical sorts of people. But those necessarily aren't the typical people that an apprenticeship is applicable to. Apprenticeships can suit absolutely everybody. As Ben's mentioned, the different levels that you can complete when you're doing an apprenticeship, the different areas, the different sectors will suit different types of people. And it's really about finding the right career path, the right area, the right sector, the right course for you that suits your learning style, your learning technique, and what you want to get out of it at the end. So an apprenticeship is for absolutely everybody. So that's a big topic for lots of you people out there that are currently going through your GCSEs at the moment. Can I do an apprenticeship if I don't get good GCSE results?
Yeah, and it's a common question for any kind of progression route, for whether you're going on to A levels or whether you're going to go on to a vocational qualification or apprenticeships. As far as apprenticeships are concerned, yes. If you don't achieve the grades you want, there are always options for you in apprenticeships. It might be that it's not the first choice you have. However, there are options. If you don't achieve your English and maths, we will put you through your functional skills on the apprenticeship, which is a fantastic opportunity if you haven't already got your English and maths. However, we always do push home the fact that with your GCSEs, you should really be working as hard as you can and never resting on your laurels with it. You know, make sure you work and get the best grades you possibly can. There are always options. So if you don't get the grades you want, come and speak to our advice and guidance team here at Petroc. They will help you work out what your next steps will be if maybe you can't progress onto the course you want because of your GCSEs. However, we will always say it's never the end of the world, so make sure you come and speak to us. But as far as apprenticeships are concerned, there's always an option. It just will depend on which level and which course you end up deciding to go on to. And I think we've got the final question which has come through here. So, can I do an apprenticeship in my family business?
Absolutely. That's a really great way to get into a career and also to get into your family business if that's something that you're looking to do, and join your family kind of you know, your business might be an accountancy or a construction firm or a shop or something like that. It could be absolutely anything, and we can definitely support you through applying to find the right apprenticeship in order to fit that business. But also, as a business engagement team, we can support your family member in getting set up with any government initiatives, incentives, all of the different things that they need to do in order to be able to be your apprenticeship provider. So it's really important that they come to us and they speak to us, and we can then get them all set up. We can start doing that now for them, so that when it comes to September, when you've applied for your apprenticeship and you've gone through your interview process and you're all ready to start your course, that they're also ready in order to be able to support you through your apprenticeship process. So we can definitely help them. And again, just get in contact with our Advice and Guidance Centre, and they will get in contact with us in business engagement, and we'll be able to support them through that process.
Absolutely, Hayley. And finally, to add on to that one, you know, if you don't have an employer but you would like to do an apprenticeship, just make sure you go onto the Petroc website and apply for that apprenticeship you want to get onto. We have many employers coming to us asking for apprentices to join them. So hopefully, if you've applied and haven't found an employer yet, we can link you up. And equally, if you've got an employer, make sure you get your application in, because it's really important that we manage to speak with you, get you interviewed and enrolled onto that course ready for September.
And as we mentioned before, if you have any questions, you need any support, please do contact our Advice and Guidance team. They are really helpful and really supportive. You can either come and see them in person on either of our campuses, or you can get them through our website or on the phone, and they will be able to help you and support you through any questions that you might have, alongside our school liaison team who are there to support you through this process. So there is always someone on hand to help you get you through obviously lots of interesting questions and times that you've got coming up. So we're always here to help. And thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, everyone.